Okay, there we go. So you should be able to now see the whole screen. Got the recording going using our trusty Screencast-O-Matic. Welcome to the strategy session. The last week we talked about the YouTube listing commercials, how to make the quick and dirty in-stream property listing ads. One thing that occurred to me, I forget who brought this up, it might have been Josh actually, is that these same videos could easily be used in promoted posts in your Facebook ads, right? So if you wanted to do the Screencast-O-Matic, screencast-based listing video, and then upload that to Facebook, it should pass muster in terms of how much text is on the screen and everything. You can upload that the same way and do the call to action the same way that diverts people off of the Facebook post into your website, so it can generate a lead for you. And I'll reference the post here. It's like 3 or 4 down in our history, and it'll probably go under a quick funnel for listings pretty soon. Can everybody hear me? Mike, you here today? You might not be here today. Yep, thanks, Bill. So that's that. We're going to come back to that in a second because I think this whole idea of the video is of the property videos is a really useful tactic, especially if we're going to now start talking more. And the topic today was going to be about email. And this has been coming up a lot. It's been in the back of my head that probably the one thing stopping everybody from having a lot more success with the leads they're getting through our stuff is that they are not emailing enough. How often do you guys email? Do you guys mind chatting in the box? Like, how often do you send an email to your entire database? Is it once a week, once a month? Never? Because I think there's an opportunity here for us to be emailing pretty much every day if we do it right. One per month for Tom. I think we can get away with emailing once per month because if we just send the right stuff. So in Retechulous.com/the method phase 3, where we talk about incubation, you can get the email swipes document that probably about a month or 2 ago we put out. That was just a bunch of different ideas. But today I want to sort of go through the nuts and bolts of how to get these emails sent technically using Lead Barrel, some pointers. We now have video email, and maybe just bring up a way that, even these 15 email templates aside, maybe we just come up with one template that we just keep using over and over again. And it's so real easy if you think about it. What if every day you whipped out your screencast recorder, right? Screencast-O-Matic, Screencastify is another app, whatever you use, you just do a quick video of whatever property is on your mind, right? Something you saw yesterday, a listing back on the market, an open house this weekend. I mean, we all know the market where we're working really well. There's always a property or two on your mind, something you just saw, and there's a story to be told there. So it's as easy as firing up your screencast software saying, hey, I was in this property yesterday. It's pretty cool. It has a new living room. I think it's priced to sell. For more pictures, or for more info, just email me. Just reply. And I think that kind of content sent every day is not going to be seen as spam. It's going to be seen as interesting to people because it's their local market, right? They're opting in through a Facebook ad, some kind of offer, and it's just real estate near where they live. And if they get to hear your voice over and over again, and you're just talking about an interesting property or an interesting list of properties, I think we're safe. And we all know, I know on the referral webinar last week, Michael was talking about maybe keeping it, you don't need thousands of contacts, and you don't need to have a big database and play the numbers. But I'm still of the mindset myself that it doesn't hurt to have a few thousand people seeing your name and hearing your voice every day, and it doesn't hurt to play the numbers game. So I think this is kind of a cool way to play the numbers game without being afraid that people are going to be mad at you. The support, you can email support@leadbarrel.com if you need support on Lead Barrel. There's also a link right inside of the Lead Barrel application. There's a link right there under the help bar. So we're going to log into Lead Barrel here in a second and talk about actually sending these emails. What does everybody think of that idea? Is it just something that you forget to do every day, or do you need a reminder every day? Can you see yourself? I mean, I'm literally saying Monday through Friday, waking up, getting to the office, or sitting, at home before you go on your appointments, and your activity for the day, your marketing activity, is to email a cool property, video or text to your list. Too much? Too crazy? Because I think, yeah, so why is it too much? That's what so Tom's saying it's too much. Why would that be too much? You probably get emails almost every day from Amazon or from other people, about sales and things like that. If it's just good info about properties, what's the risk? Are they gonna just not read your emails or unsubscribe? Sure, so some people will unsubscribe. Okay, Tom's saying he might unsubscribe, maybe. Instead of a particular property, what about a video about a neighborhood? Yeah, you could do that. But the whole idea here is if you think if you can go ahead and do a video about a neighborhood, is it going to be something unique and interesting to people who live in the area? Is it going to be hard to produce, or can you do it really quick? Yeah, if you can do it really quick, cool. All right, well, anyway, let's talk about, I'm just thinking out loud. I don't see any harm. If it's not going to be every day, it should be at least once a week, something. People should get used to seeing real estate info from you. So let's jump in and actually talk about how to get this done. First off, if you don't have a CRM that you're using and you're a Retechulous member, of course you can use Lead Barrel. You have an account. It's designed to be lean and mean, to be able to send emails and to collect leads. It doesn't have bloat with a bunch of features. It's just meant for you to be able to communicate very quickly and easily with your people. If you are using Lead Barrel and you don't have your contacts imported yet, I just want to show you real quick how easy it is to get your list in. So let's go to Manage Leads. I'm forgetting some other really big news with the Vine, the way we're organizing our templates. I'll show you that in a minute. You can now, guys, export your leads as well, just so you know. Can I upload emails into Lead Barrel? Yep, Bill. So what you're going to need is a CSV file or an Excel file. You go to the Manage Leads page and you click Import. And as long as you have a CSV file, oops. Or an Excel file, most solutions are going to give you, your file in a CSV or Excel, wherever you're exporting from, and click Open. Now, if you just have a list of emails, you can put them into a spreadsheet and then upload them. I click my file, and then I just pick my email, first name, and last name like this. Now, if you want, you can segment by tags, but trying to keep everything simple and executable and fast, I would rather just, if you think about it as everybody in your email in your database is going to be treated the same way, whether they're a current client, prospective client, or past client, I think you have a better chance of not overthinking things and getting this done. And you're just sending interesting local info every day. I'm saying every day or once a week, however often. I think it's safe to have everybody tagged or grouped in one, and you're just sending to all. When I click Finish Import, this will import very easily, and I'll have all my leads in here. I'm just not going to do it again because I just did that same file yesterday into a different account. But once your leads are in, right, blast emailing is very simple. So what I wanted to do, I have this doc here. Okay. Just showed you how easy, it's very easy to upload it. If you have trouble getting your CSV file, XLS, or whatever format, your current database, think about getting it in there, because if you get it in there and you start sending, it's going to lead to deals for you. Even if it's only 100 people, reminding people you're in real estate in a cool way is never going to hurt. More touches, more money. It's not going to hurt you if you do it right. So now let's try to do it right. Okay, so I'm going to show you the mechanics of this, and let's write out an email so I can show you kind of what we're talking about here. I'm going to start, and I'm going to skip down. Let's do a text-based email first, and I have a second one for a video or live screencast. So let's pretend we're going to do a text-based email about a cool property I was showing yesterday in York Suburban. It happens to be my house. It's been on the market. Wish the darn thing would sell, but let's just use it as our example. So I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to go to email and say blast promotion. Go let's get started. right? So all I did, that exercise, it took me 2 seconds. What's a cool property I can talk about? What property did I show yesterday? You know, or is there an open house? Whatever. What can I talk about? So let's do this. 144 Highland Road in York Suburban. Now, I think you can get really creative with the subject lines, but I also think since it's so local that if you put an address in your subject line, you know, you could do pretty cool, whatever. But just having the address should kind of join the conversation in the people's mind that it's something that pertains to them. It's local. In York Suburban Schools, you could say cool finished basement, you know, something like that. Highlight the main feature in the subject line. Okay, and we're going to start out by just saying, hi, was out yesterday showing this property in the snow. Tell a story, right? So you start by snow, showing properties in the snow. I wasn't in snow, I'm sitting in Florida right now, but I'm kind of trying to give you an example. This one was pretty cool, even though it didn't appeal to my buyers. Okay, shows you're active. You know, you don't have to use this same script. You just tell a story. I thought it showed a lot bigger than it looked from the outside. So, dude, because of the finished basement. Check it out here, right? Link to property. I'm not going to bore you going and getting an actual link to the property if that's okay. But just go get the link wherever it might be. If it's your MLS, you know, if it's on your website or something, link to property. And then call to action at the end. If you know of anybody who might be interested, feel free to forward this to them or reply to this email. So other subject lines could have been property of the day. And every day you could say property of the day and then the address. I forgot that kind of statement, right? Or it could have been open house this Friday, this Sunday. I think it would be very rare circumstance where somebody just says, oh, that wasn't interesting. You're not telling them to work with you. You know, the way that this is sculpted, it's not saying, hey, I'm a pushy salesperson who wants you to work with me. It's just saying, hey, here's an interesting anecdote that's real estate based. It's about a property in your area. And if you happen to know anybody, let me know. It's not high pressure. It is interesting because they'll get the email, they'll click, they'll look at a few pictures, go, uh-huh, cool, okay. You know, but they get to look in one of their neighbors' houses, but it doesn't feel, you know, too salesy. And it's not, I think it's not as generic as I value you, happy Easter this Sunday, you know, which works on some level. It's another touch, but I don't know, this just feels more like you get to show off you're an expert and you're out there in the field. All right, and I'm rambling on. So, show this email, okay, Ryan, all right, whatever my website is, facebook.com/how's your mom, right, whatever, so they can connect with me socially. Bye, that's it. All right, and then if you want, you know, PSs get read a lot, right? So if you wanted to, you could do PS. Still planning. I'm planning a weekly tour of some opportunities, investment opportunities. Mostly fixer-uppers. This Saturday morning at 10. If you want to join, if you want more details, let me know. So bottom line is the PS serves as another chance for you to do a call to action and whatever it might be on the fly. If you are thinking about doing a tour and you want to, you know, maybe you're not even planning to do that yet, but if 2 or 3 people bite on this, then you're talking to somebody and say, yeah, let's go see some investment opportunities, right? So there we go. I've written my email, really easy to do. It's about a specific property. I go to step 2. Oh, Bill. Oh, I saw somebody, oh man, I saw somebody complaining about this. I don't think he's on, but oh man. The complaint is it times out too fast, and it definitely did. Look at that. We will fix that, people. So basically, guys, it kicked me out because it took me too long to go to another page and thought I was inactive. So I will let him know that was not fun. Oh, and I have it documented too. Just kidding. All right, so we'll extend the tolerance for that at least out. That wasn't even 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I mean, that should have lasted. We should have like at least a half hour there or something, or an hour. So that was the send the blast. I'm just going to go through that same process again, but just to show you a really quick how to finish sending it. So let's get started. Subject, content, go to step 2. You can pick the tag of everybody you want to send to, or you can just skip picking a tag and it'll send to everybody. And then you can simply click launch and it'll send your email to your whole list. I sent you guys the email this morning, the April Fool's email, and I was really rushed because I had some things with the wife and my wife and kids, and I wrote that in about 4 minutes and had it out. Like she said, you had 5 minutes. My wife doesn't play around. So I said, all right, let me go. And I did it, and it was out. It's really quick to do, especially if you start doing it every day. And you might find that at any given moment, there's a property or two in your head or something to talk about. And I think maybe, you guys let me know if you agree, the only missing thing in this whole process is maybe just getting in the habit and having a reminder every day. I mean, would it be helpful if we emailed a reminder every day? And maybe just an example swipe. I'll just say, hey, why don't you send an open house today or something, whatever happens to be going on. Are you guys all checking Facebook? Nobody's replying. All right. All right, are you guys following? Is that easy enough? Do you have other systems you use for sending email? I'm not trying to be crazy biased toward Lead Barrel. It just happens to be what we provide members with. Doesn't matter. You don't have to go and do this in Lead Barrel. It can be done with Top Producer, Get Response. We used to use, always checking Facebook. But I think if you can hit this blast button more often, you'll make more money. I think that's the final point here. Can you send a blast email out about real estate every day? Have we made it easy enough for you to do? And can you get in the habit of doing it? You'll make more money. And there's a way to do it without being a spammer. Second thing I want to do, I just want to back up really quick and show you the video-based email from our outline here, from the plan. I just want to show you how easy it would be to actually send a YouTube video. So it's just kind of a new feature. It's kind of cool. Let me grab the video. So all you need to send a video is basically the URL for the video. Let me bring this down into the record window. Now you notice here, this is a demo where it's kind of like just a screenshot of one room. So you could send people here, you talk a little bit about it, and then have them text you or click the link below, right here to go to the property. No harm in that. You're kind of bringing them from your email, you're jumping them into YouTube, maybe they subscribe to your YouTube channel while they're at it. Then you link them over to your website. In this case, the property went off the market and came back on, so this URL is new. That's why it's not showing, but there's no harm in doing that. So all I needed there was my YouTube URL. I wonder if it was smart enough to save it as a draft. No, I logged into a different account, but you just click this, property of the day, 144 Highland. Okay, and you go, pretty cool property, nice basement. Check out the video. Right, and now watch this. This is a lot of fun. You see this little play button right here in the toolbar for video? All I need to do is go like this, and this is big, guys. I mean, there aren't a lot of email solutions that let you do this. If you try to do this and get response, you're going to have to go upload the image. You have to do a screenshot of the video, upload the image, go through a lot of extra clicks. Here, all we needed to do was pop our little video URL in it, and what it'll do, it'll send the video right inside the email. Almost the same thing BombBomb does, right? They send a picture of the email, and then when people click, as of the moment, they're going to go out to YouTube. We're trying to decide if they should go to YouTube when they click, or if they should maybe just go to a kind of a blank page with your contact info on it. You know, there's advantages to both. Go to step 2, and then you can send this out really quickly. So, case, you know, a little scenario here. If you're out showing a property, or you're doing an open house, or you're driving by and there's a land listing, right? Land you can video anytime. Whip out your phone, take the quick video, upload it straight to YouTube from your phone, right? We all are pretty, at this point, I mean, we should all be able to do that. Just take a video from our phone, click upload to YouTube, and then tomorrow morning when you're in the office, just go to your YouTube account and go, oh yeah, that's right, I took that video. Let me send it out now to my whole list. And you're done in a few minutes. Everything's nimble, live, you know, not a lot of time spent here. It's a 10-minute, 20-minute daily task. I'm really excited. Nobody else is excited. You know, I need to get somebody on these sessions with me. It's going a little crazy flying solo. Does anybody want to host a session with me next week? Nobody's replying. Does anybody think this is cool or exciting? All right. Okay. Well, that's enough of the spiel then, okay? Send more emails. It's really easy to send video emails. Send something about a property every day. There's inspiration in these follow-up templates from phase 3 of the method right here. You can just kind of grab any of these at any time, or just do the property of the day, talk about a property. Again, you can shoot out videos. It's very easy to get a Screencast-O-Matic account. I'll spend a minute just showing you some of the solutions we like to use. There's so many of them. Screencast-O-Matic.com is the one I'm using right now to record this strategy session. And then there's something called Screencastify, which is a Chrome extension, which works really well and uploads things to YouTube really quickly. This is this little bar right here. If I were to click this right now, it's very quick to do a screencast. I'm probably going to wig out my computer though. This Mac's getting a little old. When I do this, here we go. I can basically start recording my desktop right on the fly, and then when I'm done, upload it to YouTube in just seconds. That's called Screencastify. Screencastify, you can see it there in the top right, and that's a Chrome extension, or Screencast-O-Matic. You can either do web-based or download to your computer. Both are very good. Okay, thanks Ron for your feedback. It's hard. It's not, you know, there's not a ton. I know this happens every year. This is a busy time of year, so we always see attendance on these dip a little bit. So I'm just crying a little because of the participation, but this is normal. I realize you guys are all busy. That's it. What else? I just want to point out a few other things. We've been heavy on lead barrel, of course, because we're trying to adapt it to our methods, but firing up capture pages now is a little easier. You don't need all those private codes. And I'm going to change the members area to reflect this, but if you go to Divine and go down to the real estate section, they're now loading in a nice orderly fashion, right? You don't have to wade through all the shared ones. It's just I'm manually putting the good ones in here, and we'll keep adding them. So you can go swipe a page really quickly. We have our main foreclosure, the seller one, some of the other ones that work good in here. There's also a mortgage section to separate them. Added the other day a lander for mortgage around reverse mortgages. So if we preview this, you guys are free to grab the video here on this page and use it. There's a video and a, oh come on, load up. Here we go. This is the preview. But a comment I want to make about this kind of landing page, this doesn't just need to be front end lead acquisition, right? Some advantages to get a reverse mortgage. You could send this out as part of a drip campaign or a blast. So you would copy it into your account, grab the link to the page, and then just send it like this to your whole database. Hey, here's a cool video about reverse mortgages. If you happen to know anybody, who might be considering reverse mortgages, they're not the cons aren't as plentiful as you might think. Or here's some 5 reasons why you might want a reverse mortgage. So you guys are free to swipe these pages, use them in that way. You can also just grab the video by clicking on the YouTube thing and use it however you want. It's not high production. It's just me talking over slides, but it's content. Sure, Randy. It's called Screencastify. I'll paste that to everybody. Screencastify. Here, send to all. Just sent it all. I think if you Google that, it'll just pop up. Okay, so the Vine will continue to add stuff to the library. You guys are free to recommend these different pages or help. If you know other business owners who could benefit from these kind of processes, it's a cool way to really help somebody who's an influencer. If you know somebody who's a dentist and you want to help them get it's a tangent, but you want to help them get more leads. The little good you do helping them set up this dental page, and run a Facebook ad to it, may come back in the form of referrals and be like a 20 minutes of work for you. So there is some other stuff here in Lead Barrel along the way. So let's see. I think that's all I got. I mean, anybody have any questions? Anything else you want covered today? One of the next things in the coming week that I really want to play with is the seller lead process, the What's Mine Worth page. The whole industry has created those pages, and it's cool. They sell well. Real estate agents buy them, so everybody wants that business. But those are really not generating, as everybody here has heard us say, they don't generate listing leads right away. That's the whole idea. And I want to work through a process that's more about building a farm online and getting only homeowners into your database if you want to be a listing agent. I think there's a way with Facebook, to target only homeowners and maybe do some kind of survey, general survey that people fill out that brings them into your fold. So that's what's coming up, just to tease you guys a little bit. Going to try to work out some kind of homeowner survey that gets people coming onto our email list. It may be as simple as, get updates, eventually just surveys them on their house, how long have you owned it, all this stuff, and then get updates about new listings in your area or something like that. But that whole survey process we're now able to do with Lead Barrel, and I'm definitely going to play with it in that angle. Anything changed with the Facebook ad protocol? Not much, Bill. I don't know if guys, watch out. Facebook's shutting down accounts. They shut down us. They shut down, I don't know if they want to share them, but they shut down another real estate provider. So the only change I know of is that they're kind of cleaning house, and I think it's because they want people using business.facebook.com. In our case, we have a lot of people logging in from different places. We have a Canadian credit card. We're not sure. They didn't tell us why they shut us down. We were worried that it was the content of our ads, but we couldn't figure out why, and we haven't heard that anybody running our ads was having a problem. So the only thing I can say is just watch out. Check out the business manager if you have multiple people running accounts out of your account, business.facebook.com. You may want to just go set that up now. Otherwise, no, nothing to report. The rambling answer to the question is I haven't been able to run ads for almost a week or two, so nothing new to report. We have no idea. They're not telling people why they're shutting them down. They're giving very vague explanations. In our case, they wanted us to verify. They wanted to know why we were using an international credit card. Was the only thing I could gather. And I filled out their thing, and it's been now almost 2 weeks with no reply. The workaround was to just go get the business account, business.facebook.com, instead of running it out of my personal profile, which is the way you've always had to do it. And this seems to be working. We're back live and running ads. Yeah, so nothing new. Okay, guys, won't keep you any longer. If everybody's cool and doesn't have anything you need right now, then we'll get going. Okay, have a good one. Talk soon.